You can't go to Greek Island and just get the cheese. They'll tell you to leave.
You can sit at the bar. Yeah, give me the cheese on fire, please.
I've only been there one time because they had a Groupon for it where you spend like $50 and you get 100 like 2 meals, like 2 5-course meals. And as soon as we sat down, before the waiter said anything, he's like, "Let me guess, you guys have the Groupon." Like, God damn!
He was probably bummed.
Holy shit!
He's probably
He's
like,
like,
these motherfuckers
you
ain't gonna tip me well now.
you
Yeah,
look
as soon as
poor.
we sat down, as soon as we sat down, I'm like, "Well, that's how this is gonna go."
You guys tip,
And
like, if you have coupons and stuff, you tip on the original price, right?
yeah, whatever it's supposed to be. But we sat down and we're like, wow, we're really offended. And yes, we do have the Groupon. So bottle of your house red, my man.
Did he like look all of you down and is like, oh,
He was
look
just
at this
bummed the
group.
whole time.
I can tell this group is a Groupon group of people over here.
They're like, I am abjectly offended, and you are absolutely right, sir.
I can't remember if we dressed up or not. Maybe we were just wearing regular clothes. Like we were just walking by, and like, oh, Groupon. And then we walked in, and everybody's got like
That I feel
nice
like that.
shirts on.
I feel like that place doesn't warrant really seriously needing
It
to dress
doesn't.
up.
It doesn't. But he targeted us. He knew as soon as we came in, these Groupon folk.
Look at these
You were
bums.
dressed up. You were dressed up, but it wasn't like formal wear. You were dressed up in like Halloween costumes.
Yeah, I was a slutty nurse. He goes,
He
"Let
just-
me guess, you guys are Groupon people."
He just puts his hands on the table
Sir,
right at the beginning. He's like,
I'm
let me
offended.
guess, Groupon?
100%. It was
Slutty
delicious,
Nurse has
though.
never paid full price for flaming cheese.
Not once.
Did you say Opa at least?
Yeah. He's like, God damn it. Gotta go to a break.
You think how many fuck ups do you think there's ever been on the Saganaki?
A lot. You ever
What do
seen
you
it when
mean
they
by
can't
fuck
light
up?
it?
I'm thinking more of the explosive light up and it just booms right in their face. Like that's the type of shit. Then it's a
A lot
real
of eyebrows have
Opa.
been lost. And it's a, oh, shit.
Oh,
I got disability insurance from my job as the waiter at the Greek restaurant.
the
It
Saganaki.
always makes me nervous. Like, I feel bad ordering it because I know whoever is like, oh, fuck, I gotta like this thing. Like, they don't like doing it, but also I want it. So,
What is it? What are they putting like some sort of alcohol on it or something? How is it
yeah,
like? Yeah, I don't
they
know.
do a shot of alcohol, then they light it.
Yeah.
No, dude, cheese is highly flammable. Everybody knows
Shut
this.
the fuck up. I thought they put gas on it. No, I'm kidding. It's
Selena?
Zoolander gasoline fight.
That you
I love
googly
those
is the
videos
best.
of
Yeah.
bonfires where people pour gasoline onto the bonfire that's already going.
Oh my god, what idiots.
I don't like people that play with bonfires like that. It's like if there's a group of people that are at a bonfire and they're doing weird shit like putting like spray cans really close to the bonfire, I'm like, all right, I'm leaving. I think somebody's gonna blow up here.
You don't have to leave. You just have to. Yeah, you just have to back up. Just back up. And
Don't be that far away. Just sit behind somebody. You can be as close as you want as long as you're not in the line of fire.
yeah, just have a shield.
Have you
Human
guys ever
shield.
blown up like any sort of like aerosol cans in a bonfire?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the loudest boom. I thought I've happened that like twice. I thought it was literally like a bomb was getting blown off in our backyard. It's like holy
I think
shit.
the statute of limitation on this one is probably expired, so I think I could talk about it on the podcast. But we used to go over to one of my buddy's place in middle school, and because we couldn't drive, we would just walk around the neighborhood and kind of vandalize the neighborhood. I've served I've done community service for it. But the one time we didn't get caught, we took 2 cans of WD-40 and we went to the playground, to the garbage can with the lid on it, like the metal one, and we sprayed a whole bunch of WD-40 in there and then threw the cans in there and then lit off the mortars that he had and threw those in there. And we booked it. And we must have got, I don't know, like 30 yards. We turned around and we're like, fuck, like maybe it was a dud. I don't think it went off. And as soon as we said that, you see like the garbage can like suck in. It's a metal garbage can. It sucked in and blew like the lid of the garbage can like 40 feet in the air. And then it was on fire. And we didn't even wait till late. It was like 6 o'clock. So everybody was still like out in their garages.
Yeah.
We didn't go back out that night. But
Probably
that
for
was
the
the coolest
better.
thing I've ever blown up. Well, I've blown a lot of stuff up, but that one it's up there. It's pretty cool.
Sometimes you play with explosives as a kid.
And as an adult,
You like to have fun. There's always videos
yes.
of people like jumping over bonfires, to go back to that, and then it's always
Yeah.
the least coordinated person in your friends group is the one that tries to jump over the bonfire.
We used to I've seen people collide jumping over the bonfire, then they both fall in the fire. That was hilarious. And then you kind of
There's
one
no
kid singed like part of his hair off on the left side.
there's no spotter. Everybody's just taking free runs at it from each side.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, alcohol's involved, and that person that was already uncoordinated, and then they're like wearing flip flops. Like they're just taking the worst attempts possible
You're
at
a
it.
dinosaur, a blow up dinosaur costume jumping over the fire.
Like you jumped directly into the center of the fire. You never had a shot. All right, welcome to the Relatively Jumbo podcast. My name is Nick, and this is Devin and Steve. Happy Monday, August 31st.
30th.
How's it going?
Oh wait, no, it's
No.
Sunday right now. Dang,
Oh,
I fucked
shut
up.
up.
Sorry. All right.
You fucking
The whole
ruined
thing's
it.
ruined.
Sorry,
whole
I
show's
fucked up
ruined.
push-ups. So I'm gonna go in the corner and do them.
Do some
damn
wall
it.
sits.
Sorry. Oh boy.
How are you guys doing?
Before all the technical errors happened, I wanted to make a comment that Devin reiterated my opinions on him being a little shit kid when he was blowing up stuff. I couldn't make that comment because everything was lagging, but that definitely reiterates that Devin was a little shitter when he was growing up.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the evidence is piling up.
Staggering
You were
amount
one of
evidence.
those kids that was running around with no shirt on and the Kool-Aid ring around his mouth.
Yeah, that's
His
him.
hands are like always sticky, and you've been hanging onto the same potato chip for like 3 hours.
So when I say my kids are gonna be little devils in the future, you better not get mad at them because you were the exact same way. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Hey, I was well behaved. I'm not going to be one of those kids that doesn't go to training.
Oh, Trey.
Take your kids to training.
I still take them to Petco though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get their haircuts there.
They don't even place first. Sit. I said sit. Damn it. I said sit.
My kid got 8th place, lost to some Shiba Inu. I don't know. Bullshit.
God damn it, Barry. I said sit. You should give him a dog's name too. Like Lucky.
It's like
Name your kids' dogs' names.
kid's just sitting in the corner licking his asshole.
He's a rescue. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, we found him just kind of walking on the side of the road.
You could technically name your child Skip, like Skip Bayless, but Skip is a great dog name.
I mean, technically, you can name your child anything. It's your kid.
Or your dog anything, technically. You can name him whatever the fuck you want. You can name him Potato if you wanted to.
You guys are bringing up a lot of potato stuff today, and I just want to say it's still too soon.
Listen, we all know that the famine was tough. It's
Hey,
tough sledding.
man, I
Bro.
don't want to talk about it on the show.
I'm already gonna take out a lot of our audience already. Just grow a different crop, bro. What's your problem? Like,
You're trying to
What, dude?
alienate our whole Irish demographic that listens to this show?
I would have pulled
trying to put-
move. And I'm part Irish, so I know, but you should just grow more stuff like corn, green beans, cabbage, anything.
You're cabbage. I'm going to go
You're-
on record and say that I think you're cabbage.
No, I'm a savage. Yeah.
You're
You just
cabbage
put
savage.
the entire nation of Ireland on the Beef-A-Roo beef list.
Put them on the list.
God damn it.
Learn proper agriculture and grow some different things. It's not like it's not green in Ireland, for Christ's sake.
I hope nobody ever writes down what the actual Beef-A-Roo shit list is, because I think if anybody sees that list, it might not be good for us. We have a lot of enemies now.
I've been writing it down. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh no.
Let's hear them right now. Who is on our list currently? Let's see if we can take them off.
So, Steve, me and you, let's go back and forth and guess who's on the list, and then we run out and Nick will tell us. So I go ahead.
I like
Fauci,
that. Yep.
St. Louis,
Yep.
Ireland.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is on our shit list, right?
No.
Technically, no.
Oh, what?
No.
Put him on there then.
I
I don't
mean-
give a shit. Put him on.
Listen, we can't just be frivolously adding people. Then the
what do
list
you-
gets too long.
What, you like
No,
Aaron
that's not the
Rodgers? Are you
game.
saying? Nick likes Aaron Rodgers, Devin. He doesn't
No,
want to put him on the list.
Wow.
No.
Nick, put
no.
yourself on the list. Nick, put yourself on the list.
Wow.
That's not what
The
we were
beef
doing,
list is-
though.
That's not what the beef list is.
Wow.
The beef list isn't just a list of everybody we don't like. The
Oh,
list would be
was-
like 60
Was Joe
pages.
Rogan on the list?
No.
Russell Wilson's
he
on the
picked-
list.
Russell Wilson's
Russell
on there.
Wilson.
There's a quarterback.
Wilson's
I
on
know
the
there's a quarterback on the list. It was him.
It's a longer list than this. We only got 4 names.
Have we put LeBron on the list or no? Because of Space Jam?
No.
No, there's currently
I thought we
there's
for sure
4
did.
there's 4 left.
Is there an
One
actor?
of them is an entire country.
Fuck. I know we did one of those.
One of them is a state.
Wisconsin?
One of them is a band, and one of them played for the Bulls.
Nickelback?
Yeah, Nickelback's on there.
Yeah, okay. Wait, one of them played for the Bulls?
Yeah. And then got a job with the team afterwards.
Oh,
Pax?
John Paxton. J Paxton.
Yep.
Duh.
J-Pax.
Duh. No doy.
The other 2 are the nation of Canada.
Oh wow, I can't believe we did that. Can we take them off the list? We gotta take some off the list. I think Canada deserves to get taken
Why
off
do we
the
put
list. Why did
Canada on the list?
we need a description
you
of
put
why we put them
reasons?
on the list.
Yeah. Did you write down the reasons?
I don't remember why.
Maybe
I didn't
because
write it down.
I think maybe because they didn't let the Blue Jays play in Canada. They didn't let them, so I think we were kind of pissed about that. Maybe. Even so, they did a
Alright,
good job
well-
hosting the NHL. Take them off the list. I think.
Yeah,
Devin.
take them off the
Canada's-
list. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
agreed.
Canada.
Canada's
The eyes have it.
all right. You don't have to apologize. We'll just moving forward. They're
wow.
off the list.
No, can we issue an apology through the Twitter feed to
Sounds
the
like
country
Canada's
of Canada?
sounds like Canada's on Nick's personal shit list. That's why he doesn't want to say I'm sorry to him.
I don't have a problem with Canada, but I'm not going to apologize after the
That's
fact.
exactly
They
what
know
somebody
they
would
did.
say that would have a problem with Canada. I don't got a problem with them. I ain't gonna apologize though.
Canada, on behalf of Nick, I just want to say we're sorry.
For sure.
Don't apologize.
real-
Don't Canadian
I'm-
apologize on my behalf.
How about
On
we
behalf
share?
of Nick, I want to say we're very sorry.
How about we share a couple of tidbits and talk this thing out here, okay? We're sorry.
What was the state?
The state was Alabama.
Yeah, we'll keep them on. Fuck it. I mean, they're playing football, so maybe we should maybe we should revert it just to the Midwest. Say they put them on the beef list because they're not playing college football. Well, they might be playing college football. Who knows?
Speaking of college football, there was a college football game on last night.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
It was Central Arkansas
Oh!
and Austin P.
Whoa! How did I?
I've only wait. Quick side note. I've only read that school. I've never heard anybody say it. Is it just P?
I think Austin,
I hope
PA.
so.
I think it's Austin, PA.
Oh,
I
okay.
only
I
know
thought
them.
Austin P.
I only know them because their logo kind of distinctly looks like the Associated Press logo, like the AP logo for some reason. Their college logo.
And their mascot looks a lot like the Monopoly Man. You ever look that up?
No, he's got a monocle.
Is that their actual mascot?
Yeah.
We're the Austin P. Rich people.
But
That's gonna be my
anyways,
school
Central
mascot.
Arkansas beat them 24-17. Couple of things. I'm gonna go off of your recommendation and call him Austin, PA. I guess the quarterback attempted 14 passes and he also punted 7 times.
Just randomly. It's like second
I
down.
mean,
He's like, fuck it.
I
Coach,
guess
I don't like it.
I guess he's also the punter. I mean, he averaged like 38 yards a punt, so it wasn't bad.
I'm
That
looking.
just makes me happy to think about. It's like 2nd and 3. He's like, fuck it, coach, I don't like it. And he just punts it.
I'm looking at. I'm looking at Austin, PA's mascot. I'm gonna send you guys in the chat a little drawing of him. He kind of looks like Colonel Sanders if he got like balled the fuck out on his worth. Like he's looking rich as fuck in this picture at least. So yeah, they're called the Governors too. Very very annoying name.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look at this guy. It looks like Colonel Sanders if he just straight up dressing. He call him Caesar. He's straight up dressing on people.
Yeah, that's a good looking tux.
So, just going back to college football, have you guys actually heard about what the Big Ten's doing? Now, apparently, they want to play in the fall. I don't know. They're being really. Whoever's running the Big Ten is legitimately like a big idiot. I don't know what he wants. He's getting like pressured by all these people to like play in the fall, but yet he doesn't want to because he doesn't think it's safe, or they don't want to because they don't think it's safe. But a lot of the coaches and the players and the coaches and the players' families want that to happen. Like it's just a really weird situation. And we've talked about it in the past about how like if they play in the spring, like that's gonna be stupid. Like there's 3 conferences that are major that are playing in the fall, and like 2 of them are gonna play in the spring. You might as well just like not just call it a year at that point. I don't know. They're saying they're gonna play like in early November. I just don't. I don't know how that's gonna work. Like, so the other conferences are gonna have to push back their playoff schedules because of this conference. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how that's gonna benefit anybody.
So the thing that I saw was that the Big Ten originally, when they decided that they were going to postpone it, they thought that they were going to have a lot more support and like every conference was going to do it, like the ACC and all those people. And then they did it and they were kind of left alone. I mean, there's a couple of conferences that did it, but they thought they were going to have a lot more support. And then when
What?
the majority of conferences said, no, we're going to keep playing, they're like, well, fuck. Now it's tough to go back and say, hey, we were just joshing, we're kidding, we'll play. Like you can't. It's a tough spot.
They're stupid to believe that the SEC would not play football for a year. What are they fucking dumb? Who are you believing? You're like believing like the biggest liar of all time if you really think that the SEC is going to go a year without football.
Yeah, there's no chance on that one. SEC's playing.
No, without a doubt. Like if they had their druthers, they'd have hundreds of thousands of people in the stands watching those games too. So they're they are never going to stop. There was never an option for them to stop, and yeah, I'm just interested to see if they're going to play later on in November. I mean, that's fine, but it's just like you're making this weird spectacle, and you're really like going against what you wanted to do. So it doesn't look like the reason why you're not playing is actually the reason why you don't want to play. It's just you're going against everything. It's just you look like a buffoon.
Also, there wasn't really a reason for them to make that announcement that early. Like you could have just waited a month
It
and
was
Yeah.
seen like
July.
what was going on.
It was like the middle of July, I thought, or something, or like early August. Like they did it so early. I'm like, why? Why does this need to be out there right now? Why are you depressing people in the summer?
I feel like they kind of wanted to say it early so that they could pat themselves on the back for being the first ones.
He's on my beef list, but I'm gonna say it's a conspiracy theory. I think Fauci uh put a gun to the Big Ten commissioner's head. He's like, you're gonna cancel the season, or it's the last season you ever be a part of. Now cancel it. And that's
Are you
how
trying to tell me that Fauci's like a mob boss? Like he's
yeah,
the Godfather?
yeah.
Yeah, he's like this little quiet, unassuming guy, but that's just like to the general public. And then you get him behind closed doors, and he's the boss. He's the guy.
He's just like Tommy gunning people down in the streets. Oh shit, it's Fauci.
I feel like at least the Godfather would be able to throw a baseball better from like the
Oh
pitcher's
yeah.
mound to home plate.
That's just to throw you off. Like if you see him throw a strike, like that starts to add up. That's evidence against him.
He throws a first pitch and then he puts the orange peel in his mouth. He's like, "Rrrr."
The Big Ten probably should just say, never mind. We're gonna go ahead and play.
Joshing. We're just joshing you. Gotcha.
Like you got so like the commissioner just stands up at the podium and then Ashton Kutcher like runs out from around. He's
Oh
like,
no.
all you media members got punked. And then everybody's like, oh my God, are you serious?
Wait, let me try
I'd
to.
like it better if the teams just showed up like at the A's like in Clemson to play and like we were just kidding. We were gonna play the whole time. Like you didn't believe us. Like all the Big Ten teams show up where they're supposed to play.
Yeah.
Let me try.
We weren't expecting it.
Let me try to do my Ashton Kutcher right now. That's the dog's Ashton Kutcher, and this is my Ashton Kutcher. You all have been punked. I'm Steve Jobs. Fuck.
The impression guy's back.
All right. I see you.
He's back. I liked it.
Thank you.
I thought you were gonna go Kelso though.
No.
Or who did he?
No. I was doing a really bad Ashton Kutcher, him getting excited.
Well, I thought
That's
it was
good.
good.
I think that one works.
Remember when Ashton Kutcher like punked Justin Timberlake by repoing all of his possessions? What a time. I don't know if that was real or fake, but if it was a fake, that's some great acting because that's some classic shit right there. He was literally on the verge of breaking down. It's the funniest shit ever.
That show was awesome. I mean, like the first few seasons when it was like legit and people didn't know about it, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
That's one of those shows that just kind of took the world by storm for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
That and Pimp My Ride. MTV had a good run there.
They did.
Robin
Pimp My Ride
Big.
was fun. Yeah, we put a fish tank in the steering wheel.
Can you guys believe that none of those vehicles were very handy after they got off the lot?
You don't think so? You haven't seen any of those riding around?
Pissed off.
There was an article that they ran that was like, yeah, they just they fixed and customized the car, but like a lot of them still didn't run. Like they didn't work on them mechanically at all. Yeah, they push them out of the shop. Yeah.
I feel like with all the stuff they put in that car, that battery, you're buying a new battery like once a month. I mean, you got a fucking TV, sound systems, PlayStations, like GPS.
Popcorn maker.
Yeah, like how many batteries are you running through on that fucking car to have all this shit?
But would you do it? Like,
yeah,
knowing they're not going to do any mechanical work and you would still have to drive it around with all the decals on the side, would you still opt in to get your ride pimped?
Because just think about it. You don't have to even drive it. Like, if you get into like an argument with your significant other, you'll be like, fine, I'm going to play PlayStation in my car. I'll be back in a couple of hours.
Technology just moves so fast, though. Like, do you think that guy is still playing PS2, or do you think he had somebody go and install a new one?
Yeah, the cords are all over the place. It's like completely fucked in the back seat. They're just cords, just all.
Who do you take that to? It's not like you can take it to a regular like Chevy dealership and be like, "Hey, I want to get this PS5 into the trunk of my car. Can you make that happen for me?"
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I can do your oil change.
You're at the dealership. It's like, could I buy Final Fantasy here, please? While I'm at it.
Can you feed my fish in the dashboard? I can't open the dash.
Yeah, they did some dumb shit, but it's fun to watch. Also, like, that car is still better than it was before. Like, yeah, it's sure it doesn't run, but I mean, it is better than it was before when it was all rusted and there were no fish in it.
Yeah, now you got a shit car and a free PlayStation. Well, I mean, that makes you feel better.
And you got to be on TV.
Yeah.
All that stuff you just take out and just probably sell it. It's worth more than the car is.
Exhibit sell your property too. That's the best part about it.
I would have put the whole car up on Craigslist right after the show.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
And then he popped your collar when he gave you the keys. Like, here's your keys, brother. You officially been pimped. Now get out of here.
Thank you, Mr. Exhibit, for pimping my ride.
I love like Exhibit just coming into the house. He's like, look at how ugly this fucking house is and this fucking car. Look at this piece. This is your car. This is a piece of shit. Like he's just fucking ragging his ass. Just like, damn.
What was the one where like they kidnapped like 3 guys and they let the girl go through their rooms?
First 48.
Room Raiders.
That show was wild too. The stuff they'd find in those rooms, and it was all planted, I'm guessing. But like this lady opened a drawer, like a big drawer, and it was just full of condoms. She's like, "Well, who needs that many condoms?" He's like, "Yeah, like
They always
He's like, oh, it's like the 3 guys are in the van together watching,
Yeah.
and the other 2 guys are like, yeah, dude, like, why do you really need all these condoms? He's like, huh, because I like to fuck her, right, boys?
They always had the girl do like the black light.
Oh,
They always
yeah.
gave them the black light.
I don't ever want that to happen ever.
Like,
I went bowling last week, and it's like the blacklight cosmic bowl, and I had to check the lights real quick before I went out.
You're like, man, I haven't spilled mustard on my shirt recently, have I?
So the rest of my body was fine, but I'm sure my face just glowing in the time. Oh, I'm good. Yeah.
I like how like the girl would preference it too. It's like the bed was not made. She's like, oh, I don't like how this looks. Let's put on the black light and see if there's fucking semen all over this bed. And alas,
like words right now. Spells out cum and the black light on the bed.
You never want to be one of the extremes. Like you don't want there to be a bunch, but you don't want there to be none because they're like, oh, this guy's a loser.
Oh, but
you gotta have like
that's the
one or
worst
two.
part. Like there'd be things that's like it's nice in there. Like there's no cum on his bed. Maybe he's a weirdo. It's like what the fuck? I mean, you don't even know this person. You're in somebody's room and you're just judging.
They should have mixed in like a serial killer room where like she opens a drawer and there's like a bloody knife and like everything else is super clean. There's like a trophy case.
Oh,
I don't know what's happening here. And then she picks
there's
that guy.
There's one really small glove in the
Ooh, this guy's
drawer.
kinky.
Ooh, a closet filled with specifically left foots. That's weird. What, does he not like right foots? Kind of intriguing to me, don't you think?
That would be a good bit. Like I think you could film that sketch.
Yeah.
Good one.
The other one that was similar to that was Next. Do you remember Next?
Yeah, we always talk about Next. That's your favorite one. I like when they first walk off and she says it before they even say hi. Next.
She's like, nope, you gotta go. You ugly as fuck. Get back on the bus.
She's like, yeah, she probably has herpes anyways. I don't want to date her. Bye.
I think we need to do a follow up of those the people that got nexted in under 10 seconds. That's gotta be really like I hope there's people around them and surrounding those people. That's gotta be one of the more depressing moments. And you gotta be like, damn, like I get nexted that quick. Shit.
They should be on one of those MTV after shows, like the wrap up shows. So you got next in the first 10 seconds. How did that make you feel?
Not good.
Now that I'm a little bit older, I've really worked on myself. I think if you guys give me another chance, I can make it to the introduction. Next.
You gotta love the people that had the self confidence that got nexted under 10 seconds. When they get nexted, they're like, well, you know what? I probably wouldn't have liked you anyway, or some shit like that. It's just like, I next you. I'm nexting you.
She had a face anyways. I don't want to talk to her. Like, what are you gonna say?
The producers kind of set them up for failure on that because they just picked one dud to put on the boss. They're like, yeah, this is the guy that's gonna get nexted immediately.
Aren't they all duds?
The Steve Urkel looking motherfucker. Put him on.
I think I found true love.
You kind of got to be. Like, I want to do the follow up with the couple that got married off of Next or Room Raiders.
Do you think any of them legit dated?
You think there's any like one couple that actually made it out of those shows? I mean, they did 1 trillion episodes. There's got to be just like you fuck around and just fall into one couple that stays together.
It's got to be one.
1 out of 3.
If you're out there, hey, if you're listening, if you're out there and you got married off of Room Raiders or Next, we want you on the show.
Yeah, I know you're listening. Call us up.
all the friends that you made on Next and all the friends you made on Room Raiders, tell them to listen to the show.
Tell everyone you know that was on Room Raiders to hit us up.
Can you
Do you
think of
remember the
any?
show? What's that?
What show?
Was it called, I think, Joe Millionaire?
Oh,
Where
the
it was a
guy,
guy.
fake millionaire.
Yeah, the premise was it's like Bachelor style show, but the guy was supposed to be worth millions of dollars, and then once he picks the woman at the end, they reveal that he's, I don't know, like a plumber or something.
He's a broke ass hater.
Wait, wasn't there a show where they brought a guy on like a Bachelor type thing, and everybody else was an actor, and he thought, or it was a bounty hunter show. He thought like everybody was trying to be a bounty hunter, and like they do challenges, but everybody else besides him was a paid actor.
So
So
wait,
like
this
Lorenzo Lamas was one of the guys, and one of the guys from Super Troopers was in it. He's like, I hope he doesn't recognize me because like he's in a bunch of movies, and they just fuck with this guy.
I don't remember that.
That was a wild show.
I thought that was going a whole different thing, like Bachelor, but the Bachelor is a bounty hunter, and these girls don't know it, and they're like they think they're fighting for his love, but in realness, they're actually fighting for their lives. They better get the fuck away from
He's just arresting them all. They all have warrants.
Like, man, how did we get this many people with warrants to agree to come on television?
Oh my god, that's so much money. We should do that. Hi, you've been selected to be on our show. And you can
Yeah, why
do
don't
all the
bounty hunters just
paperwork.
do that?
They fill out all the forms. They do all the hair and makeup, and then as soon as they get on camera, it's just a 5-minute show where they're arrested. You run through their crimes.
We got to do like a publisher's clearinghouse, and we show up to their door or like somehow contact them and say, hey, you've won a bunch of money. We want to do it where we hand you the big ass check on TV. Because I feel like those people are dumb enough to try and receive a
That's
big
the
ass
boat
check on
people. Get the
television.
boat at the police station. You want a boat.
Yeah. They did that with for alimony payments for like Alabama football tickets.
That's funny.
They're like,
as
hey,
shit.
you won like season tickets to, Roll Tide. And then they show up and they're like, no, actually you owe $3,000 in back alimony.
I think there was a story like that for like the Eagles or the Redskins or something. Oh, sorry, Washington football team, where
Ooh.
they did like
Ooh.
where they did that, like they did a sting operation where all these people with warrants are like, you want free tickets to, like, I think it was like the Washington playoff game, and then they all get busted right there. It was like a whole group of people.
It's terrible. How can you ever trust those franchises again?
Yeah.
What's the downside to trying that? It doesn't take you a whole lot of effort. Maybe you'll get one or two more than you would have gotten.
They're just like bored of the precinct that you'd have got.
Like an old school one where like I've got the playoff tickets on the ground and then they walk up to grab the tickets, but what they don't see is there's a big stick holding up a big box, and then I pull the stick out from under them and the box drops on them, and then I've got them.
And then you give them a poop dollar.
Yeah, I was about to say, you wrap poop in between those tickets, you give them a little poop ticket.
And you lock them in the box.
It's a multifaceted it's a prank. Ashton Kutcher comes back out.
That one messes with your head.
Yeah. Like, am I under arrest? There's
happening?
shit on these tickets. I don't know what was the purpose.
And they're actual tickets. It's not fake tickets. We've spent thousands of dollars on these poop tickets.
Yeah, we bought we got to wipe these tickets off afterwards. Fred's going to use them for him and the kids.
Can you think of any shows right now? Like any MTV shows now? Other than Teen Mom 8?
No.
Well, no, they just play Ridiculous for 21 hours a day.
Yeah,
that was on at the bar last night, and I watched it. No sound, I watched it.
Is that literally the only show MTV puts out? Like, it's literally on 12 hours a day.
Do you ever see the graphic where it shows like here's the lineup for the week, and it's seriously like probably like 20 hours of the 24 hours in a day are ridiculousness.
I don't know how that's possible that they're still like a television station with that shit. Like, that's just like, you can't make any new content. Like, MTV was so good at that at one point, and now they just are so. They don't even play music. They're not like they don't even
Oh
call
my
them
god.
MTV. What?
Don't be one of those guys that's like, I remember when MTV would play music videos.
I'm not even being one of those guys. Literally, the acronym for MTV is music television. When's the
You're
last time
kidding
you
me.
heard a goddamn song on MTV?
It's not their fault that nobody gives a shit about music videos anymore. You gotta
I
adapt.
am not saying that. Just play fucking music. You don't have you just put a video on and just put some music in the background or something. Like I don't know. All these other music channels find a way to play music. Why don't they like MTV should put out like free, like not free concerts, but like live concerts and shit like that. Like putting out like video from that and like stuff like that. Like
I,
it's a music station. It's not whatever it's not Rob. You could call Rob Deerdeck TV at this point.
I don't know why they haven't hired you to be their director of programming.
Because they're content, Nick. They're content with Rob Deerdeck and Chanel West Coast laughing like a gargoyle.
Well, she's on the beef list.
Put her,
Now she knows
yeah,
West is on
put
the
Chanel
Beef-A-Roo
West
beef
Coast
list.
definitely on the beef list. And now let's go to my ad read. Beef-A-Roo. I'll tell you one person that ain't eating there anytime soon. Chanel West Coast. You know why? 'Cause she's got trash opinions and she is a trashy person. But you know what's not trashy is a Beef-A-Roo cheddar beef. They're far from trashy. They're golden. So get one of those. It's a perfect Sunday. Very cool out in Rockford. I'm assuming it's cool in Chicago, so it's going to be cool in Rockford. Get a beef. It's great.
Nice read, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. Is West Coast one word?
No, I don't know. Why did I act like I knew? All I know
It's a family name.
she's like a white woman that's apparently a rapper.
Does she
You'll
rap?
love that. Yeah. Not well, but she does.
That's like Paris Hilton DJing. Fuck that, dude. Like, no.
That makes me think of that Catch Me Outside girl when she did her rap.
It's essentially the same thing.
That's what I imagine it is.
Yeah, but the one
Yeah.
of them has made a career out of it, and the other one should know West Coast.
Who would you rather take on a date, Chanel West Coast or Catch Me Outside girl?
I don't think it's legal to take
Bullet.
Catch Me Outside girl on a date.
She's old now. That was like 5 years ago.
Was it? I don't want to
was a
Google
while
how
ago.
old she is because I don't want to get put on a list.
Just incognito. Then the cops can't see it.
Yeah, that's how that works.
My answer to that question is I'm asexual, so I don't need to go on a date with either one.
That is true. You are asexual.
Yes.
Yeah, I've always said that about you.
Why go on dates when I can reproduce myself?
I don't think that's what that means.
Maybe.
You're just like a starfish.
You clean up in the back too. It looks nice today. Got some books there. Make it look like you read.
I ain't never read. I ain't never read in my life.
The plants alive or plastic. You're doing a good job, man.
Thank you. No, don't thank me. Thank Michelle because she actually cleaned up in here. If it were up to me, it'd look like a pigsty in this place.
I don't know why you got your leather chaps hanging up on that coat rack right behind you, but
Because I'm getting
hey,
I got my game day outfit.
your assless chaps just hanging up in the back.
That's a question I had. Why do you feel the need to say assless chaps? Aren't all chaps assless in nature?
That's the point.
But why do you have to specify assless chaps if they're all assless?
That's just how I was raised. To say assless chaps. It's just the culture I grew up
You
in.
just call them chaps?
Because chaps could just be like talking about guys. Me and the chaps went down for a beer at the old watering hole.
You can
You
also
don't say me and the assless chaps went down.
That would be funny though. I might start saying that. What's up, my assless chaps?
Well, that's your buddy that's just got a pancake ass.
Yeah.
Like he's an assless
Yeah.
chap. We all got guy friends that don't got no ass.
Hank Hill looking ass motherfucker.
Looks like his butt cheeks are walking into each other.
Good old pancake butt, just like Mom used to make.
Oh God.
That was a weird turn.
There's nothing wrong with knowing your boy doesn't have an ass. What do you want?
Me and the assless chaps are growing down. That's a weird
Yeah.
biker gang. We are the assless
Me and the
chaps.
me and the assless chaps are heading down to the bar. Are you in?
You in? You down? We
Well,
will be wearing chaps.
Me and my assless chaps are going to congregate around the area. You want to join us?
Was that still Kutcher?
No, that was British.
Oh, my bad.
Speaking of the Rockets versus the Thunder, did you see Dennis Schroeder? Dennis Schroeder?
Dennis Schroeder.
I've heard people call him Schrader. I've heard people call him Schroeder. The announcers call him Schroeder. I'm gonna call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. Well, he got ejected, and PJ Tucker got ejected. Rockets beat him by like 40, so nobody cares about that. But Dennis Schroeder hit PJ Tucker right in the dick on a screen. Apparently, he took exception to that and kind of headbutted him in the back of the head. Kind of like went to kiss him on the back of the neck. I don't know, but they both got ejected.
Yeah, they're both really run after each other. I mean, NBA fights.
Hit the showers.
NBA guys are so petty. They do just cheap shot blows, and then when the other guy tries to go after them, like they just back away. I mean, I'm surprised PJ Tucker. I thought PJ would be a guy that would just straight up swing at somebody. He looks like that type of person. Like he wouldn't just like not try to like fight. But the way that he acted, I mean, he was who headbutts. I don't. People that headbutt in a fight are guys that I. It tells me you really don't know how to fight. To be honest, like you really
Or
like
you're batshit crazy.
that too.
Yeah, you can't
That
trust a
hurts both of
headbutt
you.
guy.
Like you gotta be.
That's a total wild card.
Yeah, you gotta be aiming at the right place, or else you're gonna have a big ass welt on your head for the next week if you miss in the wrong place.
Every athlete I've seen try to do a headbutt has done it incorrectly.
Except soccer players, of course. But that's a whole different thing. But like,
Yeah.
it's like
But you can use, like, your forehead is what you're supposed to use. Like, even if you get punched,
Yeah.
you're supposed to get punched in the forehead.
yeah.
What?
Like, if you take a
What?
punch to the head,
Yeah.
if you lean into it with your forehead, it's better because it's, like, the hardest part of your head. You
Yeah.
don't want to get punched down here.
If I know it's coming enough to where I could aim my forehead at the fist, I'm just going to try and get out of the way.
You're just moving your head like this. You're like,
And that's why you lose, Nick. That's why you lose.
I'm not like, oh, I would prefer to get punched in this part of my head. No, I would prefer to get punched in no part of my head. I'm just going to take that time to try and get out of the way.
And then you hurt their hand, and then they can't punch. That's punching 101, Nick. That's street fighting 101.
you ain't never punched.
Speaking of shitty fights, I think basketball fights are only second in worst fights to baseball benches clearing situations.
Those have gotten worse and worse. That's just even. Yeah. Keep going. Sorry.
Did you see the Cubs Reds yesterday?
Yeah. I don't know. It's all about like all these guys do is yammer at each other. So one guy takes exception, walks really slowly to the person he takes exception to, slowly enough so that 15 people can get in between them, and nothing really happens. And you can tell, like
That might happen in kickball today. That's going to happen today in kickball.
that might.
Benches are going to clear. There's only one ump. This could get real messy real quick.
This was brutal to watch live. Essentially, so Anthony Rizzo is batting, and TJ Antone was the starting pitcher for the Reds. Hopefully, I said his name right. I don't know. So Rizzo's hit, I think his last 3 at bats, home run, double. So
Pretty
TJ
good.
throws 96 above Rizzo's head. They seem to think it was on purpose. He said it was an accident. David Ross comes out, yells at the ump. Everybody, the other manager, I forget what the manager of the Reds' name is, comes out, yells at the ump. The ump issues warnings. David Ross comes back out to yell at the. It's just like back and forth of them yelling at the umps. Then the umps get together and talk. And then cut to, I think it's the next half inning or an inning later. I forget who was batting for the Reds, but they threw a ball that was high and inside. And then Joey Votto is in the dugout talking shit, and Rizzo is talking back to him. Then everybody just kind of walks out on the field. My least favorite part, or the most ridiculous part of a benches clearing issue, is when the people come from the bullpen out in the outfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's like they don't run. They kind of like lightly saunter over. Like you just see a line of like 20 people that have nothing to do with the issue just kind of come in with that nobody asked for. And
I
they're
want to see him
always
drive
like
in on the cart. If
always
all of them
10
got
minutes
on the
late.
cart, drove
Just
down.
running people over. Like,
That's the action I want to see.
They're always like 10 minutes late. Like everything's already wrapping up by the time they get there, and then they just turn around and have to walk back. Nobody throws a
Embarrassing.
punch. Everybody's just kind of loudly talking to each other. It's the worst.
Sometimes there are punches thrown in baseball fights, though. I've seen a lot of them connect, and they're fun.
yeah, but
Those are good.
One guy
They
thinks
just
they can
rarely
fight,
happen.
and the other guy actually can fight, and you figure that out really quickly.
Like Amir Garrett on the Reds when they were playing I think it was the Pirates,
Yeah.
right? When he just ran towards the whole dugout and just tried to take everyone on.
He fought
That
the
was
whole
fun.
team. He fought literally
Yeah.
the whole team.
I respect it.
Which was funny because like he's the one that initiated it, so he's running towards the dugout. Everybody else on the Reds was like, "What the fuck's happening?" So there was a second where it was just him surrounded by like 10 Pirates.
I have my opinions on like MLB fights. Like honestly, it should if they're not going to stop themselves, it should be sanctioned like hockey, where nobody can go. Let these two punch each other for a minute and then stop them because bench clearing. Honestly,
I like that.
it's not.
Everybody else just go sit down. It's between these two guys.
Yeah, and like
They have to sit, too. They have to Indian crisscross applesauce. Everybody sits down.
if you stand, you're not getting any pizza after the game. Sit.
And these guys are just duking it out. That would be sick.
But it's like people get injured in that shit, and it just never it gets worse. I feel like when they all just stand by each other. You got guys in the outer skirts of it. I love the fights in baseball when the guy, like a starting pitcher that is pitching in like 2 or 3 days, like just in the middle of his rest days, just wearing his warm up jacket and starting the most shit out of everybody in the pile. That's like a classic like Pedro Martinez move. Like he would be a guy who wasn't even starting. He would just get into fights, like throwing Don Zimmer to the ground during the ALCS, like an 85-year-old man just pummeling him. Oh my god, that's the funniest shit. Like random stuff like that.
Yeah, I put baseball fights up there. What I would put real low on the list is football fights. I think those are the worst fights.
What an idiot wants to fight somebody when they got a helmet on and shit? Like
Who's throwing punches at helmets? That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
That's the part that's really funny to me, and that's kind of why I like it, is watching somebody punch somebody with a helmet on.
It's like, oh, this guy broke his
I will
hand.
say, Andre Johnson, that one time he fought Cortland Finnegan.
Smart man.
Yeah, that was
fun.
crazy.
Smart man. He's a genius. He ripped his helmet off first and just started wailing at his face. That's how you do it. I love how like that everyone's like Cortland Finnegan, biggest tough guy in the league. He's like, this dude gets his ass kicked every week. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Cortland Finnegan was not that dude. He's just constantly getting clowned.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an instigator, but he can't back it
Also,
up.
Andre Johnson is a gigantic human being.
Huge human being.
He was what, like 6'4", 6'5", like 260?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
he's
a big
boy.
especially for a wide receiver.
And he's athletic, man.
I love when receivers do that. They clown just specifically dumbass cornerbacks. And one specific example I have, which is outside of the Andre Johnson, but he was a teammate of his. Is you've ever seen the Hard Knocks video with DeAndre Hopkins and D'Angelo Hall?
Oh,
where
God.
D'Angelo, first of all, let me preference it saying I think D'Angelo Hall is like the worst cornerback. Well, not like worst in terms of play. That's the biggest dickhead cornerback of all time. Like he is an absolute prick to people. That being said, that video where he's just talking shit to DeAndre Hopkins, and then the next route he just cuts off a little comeback route and just rips this dude's ankles. Like D'Angelo Hall is going full sprint, and he's dead stops on a dime, DeAndre Hopkins, and leaves D'Angelo Hall split leg just on the ground looking like a fucking idiot. And it was one of the best things ever.
Dude, he was just crumpled. He was just crumpled on the field like old laundry. He's like actually injured.
He's like, because it's like Hopkins doesn't. You got to see the video again, because Hopkins doesn't even know D'Angelo Hall's mad at him. He's like, "What's up, bro?" And he's like, "You a fucking bitch" or something like that. He like goes up to his face, like starts talking shit. I'm like, what happened?
I gotta watch that show again. I forgot how good it was.
It's
That was
it's on
that was
right now.
DeAndre Hopkins' coming out party.
Oh, yeah.
That was like when everybody first figured out, oh, this guy's actually good. He's just been stuck with fucking Matt Schaub.
And now he gets a good quarterback, and then the Texans are like, you know what? We're done with him. Get him out of here.
Yeah. We'd rather have an injury-prone running back.
Yeah.
What's the buzz in Arizona about the Cardinals over there, Nick? Anybody getting wild about that team, or?
The people are excited. People are starting to talk around here that they may not go 5-11 this year. We're talking maybe a 7-9, an 8-8.
Yeah, baby. I know how that is.
They're not a bad team, but they're still the worst team in that division.
They have a really underrated defense.
It's not their fault that the division is amazing.
It's maybe the best in football.
Yeah. I would argue that Budda Baker is like the most underrated defensive player in football right now. He's like incredible. So that team's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think it sucks where they play for them.
Yeah.
You just got to play those teams 6 times a year.
I think they're better than the Rams. I think they are. Jared Goff sucks.
The Rams are one of those teams that you don't know why they're bad, and sometimes they're not bad, but a lot of times they are. So you don't know what you're going to get, like year to year or even game to game.
Well, their receivers were banged up last year too, so maybe it's different this year. They don't have Gurley anymore, which I don't know. They never knew how to use him to begin with. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, also he's got arthritis in both of his knees.
Right.
You can't have that when you're running.
No.
Thank you, Stefania Bell. That was fantastic.
That was Dr. Steve Udoka. It's a new topic, Dr. Steve. If you have arthritis in both of your knees, I would suggest not running as often as a running back does.
Maybe walk. Yeah, maybe you can take your approach and walk.
Maybe sit. How about that? Just chill out.
You and Gurley got to stop running and start walking.
Dr. Badoka, he stresses you should just sit. He recommends sitting, a lot of sitting.
Now,
what if he takes that advice? If he goes at a press conference, hey, I just talked to my doctor. He said I should be sitting a lot more. I won't be running the ball this year.
Everybody's going to be like, what a coward. Talk about Gurley.
You're a terrible doctor. You gave the man advice, then you ridicule.
This is the people's response. Dr. Steve understands what's going on with the body. Again, arthritis, not good. Not good. You want less arthritis.
You're such a good doctor. You give him the pros and cons. Like the pros of you sitting is you'll be able to walk and see your son's graduation. The cons is people are going to say you're Gurley. They're going to make fun of you.
Todd Gurley honestly might not be able to. At this rate, he might not be able to see his kid's graduation because his arthritis is so bad.
Didn't you just find out about it right now?
Dr. Steve understands the human body.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Switching quickly to hockey. All of our hockey teams are down 2-1 in the series.
They all play today.
Do they?
They're the 3 games today.
No, the Flyers are down 3-1. Who picked the Flyers?
No, it's 2-1.
No, it's 2-1.
Oh.
It's 2-1.
Oh, okay.
I picked the Flyers.
The odds are one of us is not going to get through this round.
There's a decent chance none of us do.
I don't know.
I think I watched the Vancouver game last night. Vancouver sucks.
Yeah, they look bad.
Well, Vegas is just so good.
Yeah, I think that I said in the beginning, like, look, they play the same style of hockey. And now I look at it, it's like Vegas just plays the same style of hockey a lot better than Vancouver can. So that could be
they have 2 number 1 goalies too. So their back-to-back games, like they're going to do better.
There's no quit. Like there's no let up in in any of those lines.
Yeah, I think
they just come at you for a full 60 minutes.
I think Vegas might win the Cup this year. I'm putting the kiss of death on them already because I know I've made about 10 predictions this year in NHL playoffs. So
But
I'll just say
you
that they win
just
the
said
Cup.
last week that you're going with Vancouver, and now this week that Vegas is going to win the Cup.
I told you I want all the teams off camera. You know this.
Give me the Avs. 10 times out of 10, give me the Avs until they lose, and then I'll pick somebody else.
So you're gonna pick somebody else like next week then.
Oh, they're going to win today.
Maybe.
All right. Well,
They're going to win.
I like my Flyers.
I don't.
So-
No, I'm kidding. They'll be fine. They looked bad yesterday.
Yeah,
though. They looked absolutely
they'll be good.
atrocious yesterday.
Listen,
Here we are.
here's the thing. The teams that are winning in all of these series so far, they're good teams. They're good at hockey. I didn't want to be the guy to put that out there.
I don't know if that's true. Unpopular opinion.
Nah, I ain't gonna listen to this.
Me and Steve we don't endorse Nick's opinion on this.
Yo,
We want to distance ourselves from this.
we've all watched the playoffs. We know that there's bad hockey right now.
The teams are bad.
All of them.
The Bruins might get eliminated. I think they're down 3-1
Good.
or 3-0.
I think they're done.
Give them the old nana hey hey. Goodbye.
They have to
You
play
do it.
Yeah, you do it. Call them up.
Na, na, na. Na, na, na. Hey. Goodbye.
Do the on that note thing. Wrap it up. I'm not saying anything after that.
I like the sweet and sultry na. You don't usually get that.
Thank you. I'll change it up every week if we have to.
This has been the Relatively Jumbo Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Jumbo Podcast, Instagram, Jumbo Podcast. Check us out on YouTube where we've got the after episode wrap-up videos like the one we're going to be doing right now. Just search the Relatively Jumbo Podcast. Subscribe. Hey, you there.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell
Okay.
two of your friends.
Who, me?
Have those two friends tell two other friends, and have those two friends tell 1,500
And we could
people.
be friends.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good luck today.
Thanks.
Kickball playoffs.
I'm bummed we can't tell the
You're
fans
welcome.
about the score right now. We'll tell it Wednesday or Thursday.
We'll do a recap so everybody keep fresh in your minds between now and when we record on Wednesday what happened, so you can paint the whole picture. You know.
I think it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a shit day, but it's gonna be a good day.
Yes, I agree.
It's gonna be a good day, but it's gonna be a shit day. Print the t-shirts.
Let's go.
Print 'em. Wait, did anybody make Moon Man?
No.
Don't have Moon Man yet.
God damn it! I
No
needed a
Moon
Moon Man
Man.
update.
Maybe next week.
All right, next week, Moon Man.
All right.